I think the identity of the team is honestly like we're firing from like all facets on the team. We have our pitching, we have our speed, our power. I don't think there's necessarily one thing we're really going to rely on here. Like Coach said, we are going to be switching up the lineup and like depending on what kind of scouting report we get. So I think that really it's not just one thing that we're going to be depending on. Maybe if I could pinpoint it, it would be just depending on our energy to get us through to hit the ground running every game. First inning, second inning, third inning is going to be the biggest like key point for us to actually score and get the game going.
Going into a new season, what are kind of from a player perspective, what are kind of the expectations for you guys, and what do you kind of look to accomplish this year?
An expectation for us is to be competitive. We've all said that from the start. Coach Campbell and Z have told us coming back from preseason, we're going to be goal-oriented. So every week we'll go over something we want to accomplish at practice, and it'll change weekly or maybe someone will tweak something different, but they'll check in at the end of the week of practice and be like, hey, did you accomplish this? How do you feel about this? And I think that for us, it makes us really intentional with how we go through with practice. So just keeping focused and being goal-oriented is going to be huge for us.
Obviously, softball is for the most part an outdoor sport, but being in the north, being a winter school, dealing with having to deal with the season, you guys, have to practice indoors to get ready for the season. Like, what is that like when you have to kind of adjust to that and deal with like kind of the weather and stuff like that?
Yeah. Well, considering I feel like a lot of us are probably from like the northern states, we're just used to it by now. We know we have to grind that much harder. So it's kind of like we get into the watts and we work our tails off for us to actually hit the dirt in March, even if it's cold. We'll get our hand warmers out. We'll be fine. It's just that we're just going to have to work that much harder, but doesn't mean we can't compete just the same. So.
Just from your perspective, and you mentioned, Coach mentioned like the large freshman class you guys have. What have you kind of seen from them, and really kind of looking forward to most from that group?
So I know we keep saying, but like the speed is so exciting, and I feel like when the game moves fast and you put pressure on the defense, that's where the energy generates. That's where we have our dugout being loud and everyone's on the field going crazy when we get that bunt down and they can't throw her out. I think that that's going to be a large part of the freshman class is bringing the energy and the excitement. It's all the positivity that we need.